I was invited to one church one day, and then they started again. I was having just, as of then, I was having only 25,000 naira in my account. As of then, just 25,000, my last card. I sat and then they started calling out till they started from I think 800,000 till they reached to 5,000. Yeah, they reached to 5,000. When they got to 25,000, some people are having 25,000 come out. I was tempted to use that 25,000 naira, my last card, to go and give them. For what? For what? I prefer I go outside there, I give to the poor, the people that really need this money. You know, all these pastors are really making money from people. What pays me is the poor, is from the poor. What pays me the most is they extract this money from the poor. You see somebody striving to survive. After hustling, you will take the money and give to the pastor. For how many years and for how long will you continue giving to enriching your pastors? I'm not saying you should not give, but give willingly, give out of your heart. Generously. You don't have to give because they are saying give. If anybody tells you to give, please don't give. This is an advice to us. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. And then you see what is happening now? You see what is happening now? All these prophets. Now a man of God fighting another one. This man of God fighting the other. How do you explain that? How do you explain it? What do you expect from your followers, the people following you? Are you teaching them to fight each other? And then you go to the church, you stand at the pulpit and then you preach against fight, against trouble, right? And then you expect them to follow you, follow your words. It is a leadership by example. What examples are you giving to them? You as a pastor, what examples are you giving to them? You call yourself a pastor. Call yourself a man of God, called by God. Sometimes I go lie. It's unfair. Come on, it's unfair. Let's just be realistic. It's unfair. It's unfair. Yeah, you know, my advice to a lot of Christians out there is that you see the Bible. God said, the Lord said, gave us His words. You know, He gave us His words that the whole world, heaven and earth, might pass away. But you know His words will never pass away. Now, what are we expected to do? Everything we need to know is in the Scripture. Everything we need to know is in the Scripture. It's just left for us to go deep into the Scripture, search the Scripture, and then know the truth. Know the truth. Don't depend on your pastors. That is one mistake we do. Don't depend on your pastors. As a Christian, you are depending on your man of God. You are in doom. You don't know why you are called a Christian. Don't depend on any man of God. Yes, and I'm saying it again. Don't depend on any man of God. Yes, because if you depend on them, you might be led astray because they are human like you. They are human like you. We human, you know, we make mistakes. We make mistakes. And on that day, you are not going to stand before God to tell Him, it was my pastor that led me to this. You know, you can't call anybody to come and defend you that day. Don't tell me, my pastor. Everybody, we're just carrying this pastor thing. We just carry for head. I don't just get. We just carry this pastor something for head. I don't know what the way some of us think. Like, I mean, it's just a piece of take our hopes all to the man of God. If you take your hopes to the man of God, then when the hope is lost, you be in the middle of an ocean. You be like someone who is just in the middle of an ocean who does not know how to swim. You know how you might not know how it can be, but that can be very dangerous because you will not even know where you are. The water waves are taking you to. You are just in the middle. You don't know if you are right, if you are wrong. You are just in the middle of something. You know. So do not depend. Let's not depend our faith on men of God. Yeah.